Hello, everyone. This is Willina. I am your NEMT startup coach. I am here today with Miss Alicia Harris with We Simply Care Transportation. And you may remember Alicia from previous interviews, from Struggles to Success. If you haven't watched that interview, I suggest you do. And we are now circling back around a few months later and just doing a recap of where Miss Alicia is and how her journey has progressed. Miss Alicia, can you please tell us what's been going on?
Well, lots been going on. It's all been good. It's been a real journey. Learned a lot from you on this journey. And I do appreciate all the help that you've given. So I do appreciate it because my beginning was hard and a lot of mistakes. And I know that God led me, to your channel because I had watched tons of YouTube videos on how to do this, and all the other videos that I watched and tried to follow got me deeper and deeper and deeper in trouble. And if anybody is starting out on this journey, I would say you're blessed if you're watching this. And this is the truth. If you're following anybody else, I would say stop it right now, because I did it. And I've probably watched everybody out there and listened to everybody out there. And none of that stuff got me where I am today. When I took the advice of Willina here in her program and followed it, and she was taking me step by step, literally, through this process. It got me to where I am today. Where am I at today? Today, where I'm at is getting ready to go for business funding, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome. I mean, I went from really literally drowning in debt, having to go back to work, to kind of, help support our household. Me and my husband help, so he's not drowning and trying to pay all the bills, right? Mm-hmm. So now I've completed the SAM.gov piece, which shot me over to the SBA piece, which got me to do the women-owned business, small business certification piece, right? And once I kind of got those pieces done, it's like a door kind of opened up, right? And then my impact, which in Illinois is the approval, you need to go through their application approval process in order to be able to service Medicaid and Medicare. And the additional blessing with it is because of working with Ms. Willina, when I did that application, I had everything ready to upload for that impact program, that they actually approved me on a whole nother level to where I'm actually able to bill Medicaid and managed care directly myself. I don't have to go through a broker. I can do it directly myself. So, am I saying it's easy? No. It's a lot of paperwork, For me, I wanted to be able to cross state lines, so I had to get that Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration application done for my DOT and my MCO, right? And numerous things, business licenses. So when I went through that impact program and they do a virtual site visit, and they were walking through, the guy was so impressed that I had everything that he needed, that he was like, oh, okay, well, this won't take but about 15 minutes, And so then he said, well, in 2 weeks, you'll hear back. In 2 days, I was approved. And so with that, like I say, the doors have opened. It's so good if you find somebody good to go on this journey with. It's well worth the investment to have a mentor who understands the process. And I was so impressed with Lalina, the first meeting that we had, because we had a free consultation and she popped up on the screen. She was all behind the scenes looking at who had what contracts. And I was like, oh, this chick bad. She's everybody got. I said, so she must be good. She must know. She knows to go there. Nobody ever showed me that. Nobody ever told me that. Right. And I had spent money. I spent money. Like, people are like, oh, you could get, I'm going to send you a list of all the brokers for $40, right? And get this list, and half the links don't work. And then, or some of the other documentation, you think that you're buying to try to get ahead of some things, and then you get it and you're looking at it and you're so disappointed in what you got, right? So it's good to have somebody on the journey with you. I am so excited. I actually got a call, guys, from a local nursing home who wants to partner with me. We simply care transporting services, right? So they want to partner with me. So, I'm setting up a meeting to go over the facility agreement, be my first one ever. I seen it like in videos, people talking about these, get those facility agreements, but because of just the little bit of time I've been, I'll make a year, June 27th, right? That I've been on this journey. So don't run out and get your truck. That insurance and that truck. And it's only the grace of God that I've maintained it all this time. And for the month of May, April was able to provide for the first time. I'm going to meet my expenses, Woo! Yeah, that takes big, because my expenses can run between right now, because when I first started with Lalina, she said, okay, you got to stop, you got to back up, you got to get out of all that stuff you didn't got in, cancel all them subscriptions, all that stuff you're doing, because you're not ready. That's what she said. I said, how is this woman telling me I'm not ready? I said, you don't understand. I said, I got this man right here, He's telling me, you want to make that truck pay for itself. So it worked out, though. It worked out. I took her advice. I had Medi routes. I immediately called them and canceled that, because, that they're $150 a month. Right, regardless of how many vehicles you have. But then, even talking to them now, their pricing structure has changed, so it may not be many routes that I use. So I'm, looking and more closer at the referral that Bambi. So I'll look a little bit closer at them, because that may be where I start.
Hold on, Alicia. I don't want to interrupt you, but I think that it went out a little bit. You said you're going to look for, you said you were going to look more closer at who?
Bambi.
Okay, Bambi. Oh.
Yeah. Because, I did have the initial talk with them, and they did tell me, yeah, they're growing. They know they don't have all the bells and whistles that a Medi routes has, but they're going to get there. And when they get there, they're not going to a la carte you. They're going to add it in. Mm-hmm. So I said, well, maybe I better think of that way as opposed to the Medi routes, because when I'm looking at their new structure, I think it prices you out if you're a startup.
Yeah.
You're a startup. Mm-hmm. It really prices you out. And once the company starts growing, I guess they're getting a lot of you know, people coming to them and everything. Then when you start changing your model and you don't think about what you're doing, you're providing a service to help people that are in need, who need our service, right? I got in this because I wanted to help people who were already dealing with their health issues, health failing. You know, people are leaving here. I mean, I see people sitting waiting forever. You understand? And I know I'm just starting in this game, but I've been blessed so far to try to be able to not have people sitting and waiting forever for either to get there or to leave where they're at, right? So trying to be conscientious of that, because yeah, there's money in it, but I don't want to forget the compassionate part of why I got into it. God bless me
That's
anyway.
right. That's right.
So